St. Vincent de Paul Louisville has made housing programs the focal point of their work with the homeless. Trace Trilko shows us what's going on at the Society's campus.
This is like the best miracle I've ever had.
Janet Bowman is at peace thanks to the support of the Society of St. Vincent de Paul. The Louisville woman has struggled with mental illness her entire life, eventually ending up behind bars. Needing a lifeline after she was released, she found structure in a St. Vincent de Paul Louisville housing program.
This apartment's called Tranquil House, and it's basically for people with mental illness that need structure. But it allows us to live independently. You know, we have our own space, but there's still that structure piece there and staff and so forth. And it's just like been a miracle to me.
Janet found a home at Tranquil House and volunteers at the adjacent Family Success Center on the Louisville SVDP campus, helping others while helping herself.
It's a win-win because number one, it gives me structure, it gives me something to do. So the last thing I really need is like a lot of free time. So this gives me structure, gives me a place to go.
Let me get area set up.
Kenneth Wilson, an Army veteran, lives on another part of the campus, the Ozanam Inn Men's Shelter.
They told me about this veterans program, and we are downstairs, and the VOA helps us, and they help us to get housing, and to, if our credit is low or we need something improving, they help us do that. They help us pay our deposit, our first month's rent, and help us get furniture.
St. Vincent de Paul Louisville programs helped keep Kenneth off the streets.
They've helped me in ways that at the time I couldn't help myself. And it's not that I couldn't, I just didn't know how, because I never been in a situation like this before. And I won't say it's hard, it's just different. Places like this, like St. Vincent de Paul, it gives you a peace of mind, like, okay, I actually have a purpose.
Angela Smith has struggled with alcohol and drug abuse throughout her life. After turning to St. Vincent de Paul Louisville for help, which included a warm bed and a roof over her head, as well as treatment services, Angela says the assistance transformed her life.
Came in with clothes on my back and walked in and scared to death to be here, but been here for 4 months, and they've helped me get clothing. They've done lots of clothing, and they've got me set up with a couple of job things.
Angela is working hard in recovery and is thankful for what St. Vincent de Paul did to get her to where she is today.
My whole family would say a big thank you to them, because they know that it's saved my life. My mother, she's got her daughter back. My daughters have got their mother back, and my grandkids have got their granny back.
Also here on the St. Vincent de Paul Louisville campus is the Open Hand Kitchen. Hot meals are served here, lunch and dinner, 7 days a week, nearly 150,000 every year.
The food is very, very, very good. Very, very good. Yeah, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I'm grateful for them getting me off the street, because I was on the street. I lost my house. I was on the street. Yeah, and very, very grateful.
Elsewhere at St. Vincent de Paul Louisville, the food pantry buzzes with activity. Started in 2014, the pantry provides food to hundreds of households in one of Louisville's poorest neighborhoods.
I've been getting help here for at least the last several years here, and they've been doing pretty good as far as supplying me with the foods and nourishment that I need for the month. It helps us extremely well, because I was getting food stamps at the beginning of the year, but they cut me off, so now I really need the pantry to depend on them as far as my nourishment and food is concerned.
I've had a great experience here. They've helped me, beyond words. The food pantry is a blessing. We're able to come over here, I believe it's twice a month, and they provide us with canned goods, some fresh fruit, bread, all the basic, peanut butter, soup, all those basic essentials that you could just need, and it's nice to have on hand so you can make something for yourself.
John Bowling, a Vincentian with a conference at Holy Trinity Catholic Church, likes being able to assist his neighbors in need while providing dignity.
We try to make it as comfortable and relaxing as possible. We serve coffee every Tuesday and Thursday when we're open, and usually have cookies or donuts for everybody in there.
And you know you're making a difference.
Yes, you can tell that. A lot of people are very appreciative when they go out and say, "God bless you, thank you so much," and yeah, you can tell you're making a big difference.
Making a difference is something that occurs across every inch of the Louisville St. Vincent de Paul campus. Vincentian Richard Schur, with a conference at St. Agnes Catholic Church, says the work here helps lift people up from despair.
St. Vincent de Paul is always, the place to go. I mean, if you need, a night shelter, the food, and if you see someone on the street, begging for money, or then you always ask them, well, if you're going down to St. Vincent de Paul, whether to sleep, for a meal, whatever, or if they're having a drug problem or something else, check down there because they've got the resources. We have apartments for the family, so they can get their lives back together and then move on.
Richard believes the Holy Spirit is present in every act of charity that occurs here.
We can just know that's Christ working in us. I just love, the smile of helping someone who is just so down, so out, that little bit gives them a smile on their face.
Smiles born out of life-changing actions. That's what the Society is all about. For Our Faith in Action, today's Society of St. Vincent de Paul, I'm Trace Trolko.
Thanks, Trace. In addition to the housing programs we saw on the St. Vincent de Paul campus, the Society also offers off-site programs that help the chronically homeless and families.